The story of Amba really almost literally begins in this room. This is my dad's living room. My dad, in his earlier life, was a very active, adventurous guy, lots of traveling, never spent any time at home if he could help it. He'd either be out climbing a mountain or out on a trip somewhere. But of course, as he got older, things changed a little bit. What he really wanted was to be surrounded by people that he knew, objects that he was familiar with. He valued his daily routine. Things really changed from being someone that wanted to be on the road, going out, getting new experiences, to just someone who really valued everyday life. Of course, he was getting older and becoming a bit more vulnerable. I and the rest of my family would begin to worry about him a little bit. And those little concerns really start to have an impact on your life. And like millions of other people, we got him an emergency button to say, look, if you're ever in trouble, you just press this button. But unfortunately, every time I came round to see him, I'd knock on the front door right here, and he wouldn't have his button round his neck. And it became increasingly clear that for him, having a button to call for help was really not very practical. And then the more research I did, the more I discovered that that was a perfectly normal situation. The vast majority of older people who have a button don't press it in an emergency. I bought every product I could get my hands on, connected consumer devices, and placing them around my dad's home. The downside of that was that on my phone, I now had 12 different apps for all these different devices. What I needed was one app that connected all those devices together that automatically would tell me if something didn't seem quite right. So I got some engineers to write the app, and sure enough, a single app on my phone connecting all those devices together completely changed the situation for me. It meant that I knew if my dad was in difficulty, I'd be automatically alerted to that fact. That's where the idea for Amba came from, and that's how it solved my problem. I could be safe in the knowledge that my dad was okay, knowing that I'd be automatically alerted if something was wrong.